Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back for another video. Hey, by popular demand, we are back with Jasmy updates, and we'll see about weekly. I don't know, but I have made lots and lots of Jasmy videos on this channel. In fact, it's a total of 11. But as you can see, my last analysis video was on June 15th of 2023. So we are long overdue for a Jasmy update. And for those of you who've been asking about it, I'm sure you've seen in these videos, I've pretty much been spot on. So when Jasmy peaked for 2023 in January, at the end of January, I was calling for it to go back down to about 0.003. Now, I know that some of you didn't want to hear that, but I hope that I've earned your trust over time, that I just felt like that was a little bit too much, too soon for Jasmy, that we needed to go back down. What I want to present in this video is kind of a broader view since we haven't looked at Jasmy for a while. And so I'm at the weekly chart. Furthest out I'm going to go, and I have taken into account some levels here. And I do want to say that these are various take profit levels for when the bull run comes, whatever you want to call it, the euphoria. I am going to be taking some profits at every one of these levels except for the very bottom one right here. And then my plan, and I hope this doesn't sound too controversial to you, is I'm pretty much, if we get to the 236 retrace, I am pretty much going to be entirely out of Jasmy. I don't know if I'll ever be 100% out of Jasmy. If we see it reach new all-time highs, I'll probably exit 100%. But if not, I'm going to mostly be out of the 236 retrace, but I'm going to hold a little bit just to see if we can get to a 702 retrace. That would be amazing, 24 cents. And I would strongly encourage you, I don't know what you're thinking if you're watching this video, that you're expecting Jasmy to hit new all-time highs. There is so much money to be made in the retraces. And there are several cryptocurrencies that I'm holding, and I am very excited about holding these cryptocurrencies for the sake of the retraces. Okay, so that is why I am very much content having bought some at 0.003 and saying, hey, you know what? If this goes to even the lowest retrace, that's a 24x. I'll be very content. But I will be taking profits at 1.2 cents, at 2.5 cents, at 4.7 cents, and then we'll see about the 236 retrace, 8 cents, a little over 8 cents for that, 8.5 cents about. So with that in mind, here's what I'm looking for with Jasmy. I guess it's unfortunate for me to say that I think you're going to still have a little bit more time to accumulate. I've been looking at cryptos. I've been looking at a lot of cryptos, and I'm analyzing right now, why are the cryptos that are pumping? You know, you have Injective right now. You have Celestia, which was created in November, launched with an airdrop in November, up to a $2.5 billion market cap. You have Solana with its huge pump. You have, what else? I mean, there's Arbitrum. A lot of these cryptocurrencies, they are pumping because money is actually flowing into and out of their ecosystems. They're seeing a lot of volume, a lot of money flowing in and out, a lot of TVL, total value locked in their ecosystems. And then, but what you're really seeing is a lot of growth in the funding, in the money coming in and out of those ecosystems. But then you compare that to something like Litecoin, XRP, XLM, excuse me, excuse me there, even Polygon and Quant. There's so many of these older cryptocurrencies that have already had growth in their network. They can't keep up because they've already grown a great deal. And I would lump Jasmy in there. And so here's what I think is going to happen with Jasmy over time, which I think is going to happen with a lot of these other cryptocurrencies that I just named, is that they are going to underperform for a decent amount of time. And then what we have to do is wait for after the next Bitcoin halving, and then in particular after the next Bitcoin, after Bitcoin crosses its all-time high. And I think what you're going to see with a lot of cryptocurrencies like Jasmy, in particular, smaller cap cryptocurrencies like Jasmy, out of the top 100, is you're going to all of a sudden see like a gigapump. Like in the span of a week, 2 weeks, we're going to be eating up some of these retrace levels. And so until then, short term, here's what I'm seeing. I believe that we have a little bit more room to go down. I don't think we're going back to the bear market lows, but I do believe we have a little bit more room to go down. We're going to accumulate there before another move up. The reason why I'm saying that is just looking at the weekly chart. We are pretty heavily oversold on the stochastic RSI. And you can see, yeah, when we've been oversold on the stochastic RSI, that was a good local top. And right now, before the Bitcoin halving, oversold stochastic RSI on the weekly chart. Now, short term, over the next few days, who knows? I'm making this video on January 10th, the big day of the spot Bitcoin ETF. Shorter term, I could see us going up a little bit, so I'm not selling or anything like that. I'm holding, I'm accumulating, but we are holding the 200-day EMA very well, and around the 100-day EMA, but the 200-day EMA seems like a very good level of support. We are oversold on the daily, oversold, on the daily, overbought on the weekly, also overbought in the 4-hour. But I do believe that we're going to see a little bit of an uptick before another move down, and we are going to lose the 200-day EMA as support for just a little while, not for too long. But then what I think is going to do is just going to give us more time to build up, more time to accumulate, and it's going to make the move through the 2023 yearly high, which is what this first line is. It's going to make that move dramatic. And then once we cross that, we're never coming back, in my opinion. And I don't want to say never, but never until the bull run is over. That once we cross that line, we hold it as support. We're probably going to have some resistance there. Have to break through that on try to break through that on several different occasions. But once we break through that, we're off. And then I think this next level here, let me go back to the weekly chart. The next level here, given how much we ranged within that level, we're several weeks within that level, that's going to be another point of resistance. But once we break through there, again, we are not coming back. We're not going back down to these levels. And so we break through there, and then I think it's going to be very fun. And so, because there's very little time, very little confluence, very little volume built up. And so once we break through this level, it's off to the races. I mean, I could see Jasmy, after it crosses 1.2 cents, getting to 2.4 cents within a few days. Maybe take a week or two, something like that. And same deal. There'll be some resistance there, but next stop, 4.7 cents. And again, I am taking my profits all along the way, but I am waiting for the majority of my bag to be selling at 8.4 cents or close to 8.5 cents. But for those of you who are holding on, waiting for those new highs or at least higher retraces, because 702 retrace, I'm selling at about a third of a 702 retrace. Maybe I'm being a little too conservative. I fully acknowledge that. I think that you are in great position right now. You're in a great position to see some amazing returns. And so don't mind me, I just want to be a little bit more conservative with only a 24x gain if we get there. But that's kind of my mindset right now. I'm always encouraged by your comments in my videos, especially when it comes to Jasmy. Let me know your thoughts. Am I being too conservative by wanting to sell up here and wanting to take profits on the way? Am I being too conservative in thinking that we still have a little bit more time in this bottom zone right here before another move up? I would love to know where you're landing on this. Otherwise, I will most certainly be seeing you in another video. Peace.